Alright, so this is called 2XL, and as the robot himself explains, that means to excel, like to excel at something. It is supposedly a talking robot. What I love about this thing, it's one of those toys from the, I guess, what, 70s or 80s that, supposedly computerized and all sorts of digital kinds of things. This is from 1978 by the Mego Corp. And it's actually not. It is a completely analog sort of thing. This is, in fact, an 8-track player, nothing more. Smart, creative use of an 8-track player, but an 8-track player nonetheless. $52.99, House and Garden. Not sure where it's from, but again, I'm going to take a look at this and again kind of show you what exactly it is. And again, you might think that they're kind of tricking you. Mego is tricking you by calling it a robot when it's not. But, it is what it is. So, again, these are cartridges. They are basically 8-track tapes. That's really what they are. You can actually put these in an 8-track player, and you won't want to listen to them that way. But it came with one which was called General Information. I got 5 games. I got General Information 2, and also Exercise with 2XL, Guinness Book of World Records, and Science Fiction. So a nice little collection. So now let's get to the pièce de la résistance, 2XL. Alright, so let's check it out. The box is obviously in really rough shape. The robot itself, again, I call it robot, is actually pretty clean. I did clean it up, but it's actually good and it works. And what's also nice is I have the original power adapter to it, which is good, from Mego. So that's not something you're always going to have. So box is in rough condition, so be it. I didn't buy it for the box. So let's plug this thing in and see how it goes. I have tried it before and I do know that it works. Let's check it out. Alright, so I'm going to just show you that it's a tape player. Okay, and again, when I say tape player, an 8-track cassette player. Like I said, this is not in any way, shape, or form a robot. You wouldn't call a record player a robot. You wouldn't call a cassette player a robot. Again, so an 8-track tape player is not a robot. But again, it's super creative use of it. So just going to show you, it seems like if 2XL wanted to hear some music, it would probably want to hear Black Sabbath. So. So again, it's basically on track 2 now. I'm going to switch it to track 1. That's the end of a song. Yeah, let me go to track 3 right away. Track 4. So again, you can see this is a glorified, great song by Black Sabbath, by the way. Alright, so you didn't come here to listen to Black Sabbath. So let me show you how it actually does work. Alright, so we're going to do science fiction. It's got stuff about Star Trek on there and other things, so put it in. Again, this is not even a button. The eyes flash. It means nothing. We'll turn it on. Love the fake computer sounds.
Thank you for turning me on. I'd much rather be on than off. I am 2XL, and this program is about science fiction. Before we begin, let me just remind you to always choose answers after I say the word now. Please do not choose answers at any other time, except when I say the word now. This program will be divided.
And the reason that is because, again, it's not smart. It basically is just they've recorded things on there so you can switch from one track to the other. So it'll ask you a question on track 1, and if you get it right by pressing A, B, or C, it knows whether you got it right, and they record it. So if you got it right and you pressed A, it's going to say, yeah, you got it right. If you got it wrong and put B, it'll say, no, you got it wrong. And so if you don't press the button at the right time, it's going to give you some wacky, message. Because again, it's not smart whatsoever. So that's why, they keep reinforcing, don't press the button. Don't press anything until you hear me say now.
Section number 1 is about science fiction crime fighters. Question number 1. In what city does Batman fight crime? I will give you 3 choices, and I would certainly appreciate it if you would use the A, B, or C buttons to answer it. Does Batman fight crime in A, Metropolis, B, New York, or C, Gotham? Please choose your A, B, or C now. As Alfred the butler would say,
You are correct, my personship.
and Alfred would be right. You have answered C, Gotham City, and you are correct.
So again, all it did was have, the people who put the tape together made sure to put the right answer on track 4. So now I'll get one wrong. And again, there's a little bit of gap in there because they know you might be a little bit slow or fast to press the button. So there's a little bit of a gap, but so let's do another one. I'll get it wrong.
So well on this question about Batman. Here is a more difficult question. What is Batman's boy helper Robin's name when he is not fighting crime? Here are 3 choices.
I don't know if I know
A,
this.
Warren Bendor, B, Dick Grayson, or C, Tom Ward.
I'm pretty sure it's
Please answer A, B, or C now.
I'm pretty sure it's B, so I'm going to say A to get it wrong. See what he says. Annoying buzzing noise.
Pow, damn, you have answered A, but the correct answer was B, so you are not correct. Sorry. Please push the question button now.
So I'm not going to press it, and you'll see that at some point it will do something wacky. But
You have not followed my instructions. You have not pushed the question button. Please follow instructions in the future.
so let's see what it does. I never.
Question number 3.
Oh, really? That's
This
interesting.
will be a question about Superman, another science fiction crime fighter. If you would like it,
So again, it must allow for you to do the wrong thing. That's pretty funny. I never did that before.
Superman, please push A when I tell you to. If you would like a medium question about Superman, push B. Or if you would prefer a difficult question about Superman, push C. Please push A, B, or C now.
So I'm going to press question instead. And see if they kind of took into account the fact you might be a dope.
Since Q is pushed, I have no idea what kind of question you want. So I
Yeah.
have decided to make one up.
That's pretty
When
good.
Superman is in costume and flying around, where does he keep his Clark Kent clothes? I will give you 3 choices. A, in his cape, where there is a little pouch. B, in his pocket. Or C, nobody seems to ever know where he keeps these clothes. Please answer A, B, or C now. Superman would be very disappointed with this answer. You have answered C. The correct answer to this particular question about Superman was A. Therefore, you are not correct, and I am very sorry for you, but please don't feel too bad.
All right, so you get the idea of it. So again, it is just an 8-track tape player. But again, you buy it. When I saw this on Craigslist and I bought it, I didn't know too much about it. I thought it might actually be a robot and it might actually do some things, and I was happy with the price I paid. Obviously, it's got nothing to do with it being smart or robotic, just super creative, so I don't mind it. And again, the voice also, the personality of the 2XL is super funny. There's some really funny lines about how it talks and what it says. So I got a kick out of this, and it's kind of well worth the money I paid for it. So again, 2XL, the robot that is actually an 8-track tape player. So cool. Hope you liked it. So I ended up having to take it apart because it was surprising me a little bit. At one point as I was playing with it, it said, well, because you got that answer wrong, I will give you an easier question. And I was thinking, it's not a computer, right? It's just an 8-track. Like, and I think, and it is, because again, so I opened it up. You can see speaker, as you'd expect. LEDs for the eyes. Those are the buttons that you press on the front. And then here is just the 8-track tape player, the 8-track player. So there's no circuit board or anything of that sort to make this a smart robot. So again, it's kind of tricking me. Again, I love it because Mego's kind of cool. And at the end of the day, they just took an 8-track tape player and made it super cool. And I can imagine as a kid totally believing that this thing was a robot. It was smart and funny. So, but yeah, just an 8-track tape player. Nothing to be too excited about, but pretty cool.